Every morning the same thing happens. You grab your keys, you put on your shoes, maybe you say goodbye, maybe you don't. And your dog watches you leave. The door closes, the sound of your footsteps fades, and then there is silence. Your dog is alone. Now here is the question nobody really thinks to ask. What does your dog think just happened? Not what does it feel, we already know dogs feel things deeply. But what does it actually think you are doing out there? Does it think you went hunting? Does it think you got lost? Does it have any concept of what a job is, what a city is, what traffic is? Or does it sit by that door for 8 hours genuinely believing you vanished? The answer involves some of the most fascinating research ever done on dog cognition, and it reveals something about the bond between dogs and humans that most people never consider. Before we get into what dogs think, we need to understand something important about how dogs experience time. Humans divide time into neat categories: hours, minutes, meetings, lunch breaks. We know that leaving for work means being gone until evening. We have a mental model of the future. Dogs do not have this. A dog cannot look at a clock. It cannot reason that you will be back in 8 hours. It has no concept of AM or PM. It does not know what a Tuesday is. But here is the surprising part. Dogs are not completely lost when it comes to time. Research suggests dogs can actually sense how long you have been gone, not by watching a clock but by something far more ancient: your scent. When you leave the house, your smell lingers. It is strong at first, then slowly, over hours, it fades. Scientists believe dogs use the strength of your scent like a natural timer. The fainter your smell, the longer you have been gone. Which means your dog may not know you left at 8 a.m., but it may know that your smell is almost gone, and that usually means you are almost back. So what does your dog actually do for those 8 hours? Research using cameras placed in homes while owners were away revealed something both fascinating and slightly heartbreaking. In the first few minutes after you leave, many dogs are unsettled. They sniff the door, they pace, some whine, some sit exactly where they last saw you and simply wait. Then gradually most dogs settle into a routine. They sleep a lot. Studies suggest dogs sleep between 12 and 14 hours per day, and much of that happens while their owner is gone. In a very real sense, your dog may be spending a large portion of your workday unconscious. But the sleeping is not random. Dogs tend to sleep near your scent, your couch, your bed, your pile of unwashed laundry. To a dog, your smell is comfort. It is presence without the person. So while you are in a meeting worrying about your dog being lonely, your dog may be curled up on your hoodie, deeply asleep, wrapped in the closest thing to you it can find. Does your dog think you're coming back? Here is where it gets genuinely interesting. Studies have shown that dogs respond differently depending on how long you have been gone. In one experiment, owners left for different lengths of time: 30 minutes, 2 hours, and 4 hours. When they returned, dogs showed significantly more excitement after longer absences. This tells us something important. Dogs are tracking time in some way. They notice the difference between a short absence and a long one. The reunion after 4 hours is more intense than after 30 minutes. But here is the question underneath that finding. While you are gone, does your dog believe you are coming back at all? The evidence suggests yes, and the reason is routine. Dogs are extraordinary pattern recognizers. They learn that keys jingling means leaving. They learn that the garage door means returning. They learn the sound of your specific car engine from half a street away. Your dog does not understand your job, but it understands your pattern, and your pattern says, "This creature always comes back." That may be one of the most quietly remarkable things about dogs. Even without language, even without clocks, even without the ability to understand where you went, they wait, because everything they have ever learned tells them the wait is worth it. What does your dog think you actually are? Now for the stranger question. We know dogs wait for you, we know they track your scent, we know they feel your absence, but in their mind, what are you? Dogs do not understand human civilization. They do not know what offices are. They do not know what money is. They have no concept of why you leave every day in the same clothes carrying the same bag and return smelling of strangers and stress. To your dog, you are not an employee. You are not a commuter. You are not someone with deadlines. To your dog, you are the most important creature in its social world. You are the one who controls food, warmth, safety, and play. You are the creature whose return transforms the entire emotional atmosphere of the house. You are, in the most literal sense your dog can understand, the center of everything. When you leave, the center disappears. When you come back, the world makes sense again. That is why the greeting at the door is never casual. You have been gone, the scent faded, the pattern held, and now you are back. To your dog, that is not a small thing. That is everything. The separation and the bond. Here is something researchers have found that changes how you might think about leaving. Dogs with strong bonds to their owners actually show more anxiety when left alone, not less. You might expect the opposite. A secure dog should feel fine, right? But the stronger the bond, the more your absence is felt. It is not a sign that something is wrong. It is a sign that something is deeply right. Your dog is anxious because you matter enormously to it. The separation is felt precisely because the connection is real. And here is the other side of that finding. When you return, the cortisol, the stress hormone in your dog's blood, drops rapidly. Your presence is not just emotionally comforting, it is biologically calming. Your dog's body chemistry literally changes when you walk back through that door. You are not just a person to your dog. You are a biological anchor. We spend a lot of time wondering if our dogs are okay while we are gone. We buy toys, we leave the television on. We feel guilty during meetings for no reason we can fully explain. But maybe we have the question slightly wrong. The question is not whether your dog is okay without you. The question is what it means that your dog built its entire understanding of safety and routine and comfort around your presence. Your dog does not know what you do all day. It does not know your job title. It does not know your commute. It does not know whether you had a good day or a bad one, though it will read every signal of that the moment you walk in. What your dog knows is simpler and somehow larger than all of that. It knows your smell, it knows your sounds, it knows your pattern, it knows that you left and that you came back and that this has happened enough times to be the most reliable fact in its world. You asked what your dog thinks you do all day when you are gone. The honest answer is probably this. It does not think about what you do. It thinks about when you are coming back. And that might be the most dog thing of all.